Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is Matt, and today we're going to be talking about the reason why you are stuck in the position you're stuck in right now. If you're sick and tired of living the same day over and over and over again, I could tell you the one reason why you're doing this. 100%, because I was there. I was there, and I realized the reason why this is happening is because I'm not willing to fail forward. I'm not willing to take the action, fail on that action, fail miserably, and then correct it as I go. I'm not willing to take a step back before I could take a step forward. Okay, so what could this mean? This could be putting more money into your ads and them failing. This could be starting out on a new course and, losing some money before you start making some money back. This could be going to the gym and looking like an idiot for a little bit until you start seeing results. This could be going up on stage and public speaking and totally blowing it. And here's the thing, you have to fail. And to get over the fear of failure, you just have to go do it. You have to go talk to the girl and embarrass yourself. You have to go up on stage and embarrass yourself. You have to get in front of the camera and embarrass yourself. You can't get good at something unless you're willing to be bad at some point. We're all bad when we start out. The thing that moves the needle more than ever, more than anything, is taking the small step that feels large, but once you take it, it becomes so small and you can move on to the next thing. Now, you might fail when you're doing that. You might go to the gym. People are going to make fun of you. You're skinny, you're fat, whatever it is. You're only wrong until you're right. And then everyone says, how did you do it? How did you go do it? So in this video, we're going to be going over how to get over the fear of failure and a couple of steps that have helped me get over that fear of failing and be able to exceed my expectations for myself so you guys can do the same. So enjoy the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and if you guys want to see more content like this, well, you guys know what to do. So here are the 5 action steps you guys can take today to start getting over your fear of failure. I have these steps written in front of me. I'm going to be reading them. I like to read off a screen, my bad, that's just how I roll. Hopefully you guys could take these with you and start implementing these action steps in your day today. So, action step number 1 is you redefine failure as data and not defeat. So most people think failure is the end point, but it actually is the starting point. Successful people think failure is just feedback. They truly believe failure is simply feedback. Every single L is a lesson to learn, guys. You have to understand every single L you take is simply a lesson. So replace the L, and when you're looking at the L, just consider it a lesson. It's not a loss, it's just a starting point. You don't have to get it right the first time. You have to act upon that failure and see what went wrong and correct it for the next opportunity. If you don't take that first step, you'll never know that opportunity existed, or you could see that opportunity, but you'll just be sitting on the sidelines wondering, if I did this, what would have happened? The thing is, you have to know you're going to fail. So the action step to overcome this is you write down your last 3 failures you can think of. Okay? Now, beside each of those, I want you to put the lesson that you learned from those last 3 failures. And when you do this, you're going to realize, what happens if I go and attack that again, but with that new lesson I've learned? So every time you fail, try to get some form of data feedback from that failure so that failure is not just dying with you. You can actually learn something and bring it to the next potential opportunity. Number 2 is shrink your goal. Start small and fast. Start right away. So we freeze when the goal feels too far away. So instead of saying, I want to make $10,000 a month, say, today I'm going to record 1 video, and that's momentum. This action step, you just break down your goal into the smallest possible action you can do today. Don't wait for motivation, just do it. Just start. Start something small, but just start. Most people don't get started because they're thinking too far in advance, right? And they get in a state of analysis paralysis and never act upon what they're looking to do, what they're looking to do to move forward. They get stuck and stuck and stuck and live the same day over and over again. until one day that dream just fades away and they never get started. They never reach their full opportunity. Number 3 is visualize the cost of staying stuck. Too many times we fear the fear of failure, but what happens if you never even get to accomplish those goals in the first place? Feel the fear of not accomplishing those goals, staying in the same job for 45 years, not being able to retire with enough income. You name it. Whatever that fear is, let that fear be bigger than not taking the first steps and failing forward. The feeling of regret will always be greater than the feeling of failure. I promise you, when you're 95 years old and you're thinking back in your head what you could have done, that feeling of not trying is going to haunt you way more than failing. Because at least if you fail, you can see where you went wrong and you can see if this was right for you or not. If you don't take those steps, well then guess what will happen? It will ride within your heart until you die. And that's not a good feeling. So the action step you guys can be taking is simply grabbing a pen and paper and you write down this. What will my life look like in 3 years if I let fear keep running the show? Sit with the answer, then run as fast as possible away from that situation. And once you realize that the pain of regret is bigger than the fear of failure, that's when you're gonna start being okay with failing. I guess I should reframe that. It's not okay to fail all the time, but it's okay to fail and learn lessons and keep pushing forward. And that's why you always hear these entrepreneurs saying, fail forward, fail forward. That is what that means. It's inevitable that you're gonna fail. But we're humans, we're resilient, we can get back up. Just understand the pain of regret will always be bigger than the fear of failure. Failing is okay, regret is definitely not okay, especially when you're 95 years old. You're realizing that you had more to give, you had more on the table, you could have done more with your life. Number 4 is my personal favorite. If you've been watching my videos, I'm all about networking with people who are moving and shaking in this world. So this is surround yourself with people who are moving. Fear thrives in isolation. If you're isolated, that is where fear will creep up most because you're not surrounding yourself with the right people. The second you get around people who are taking risks and growing, it stops being scary and starts actually being normal because you realize how much people are willing to risk for their goals and ambitions. So here's an action step. Join a community, mastermind, or get in the DMs of someone ahead of you who's winning greater than you, who's doing bigger things than you. All of these things that you're scared of failing are actually so small. You're gonna realize that people are doing this every single day. People are risking more than you every single day. Last but not least, we have attach your actions to your identity and not your outcomes. You're not just someone trying to succeed. You are someone who takes action when you stop chasing perfection and just keep showing up. The results will stack on their own. Every single thing you do in the day matters. Every single step that you do in the day matters. Every single failure you have and you overcome matter. Failures don't matter on their own if you're not willing to learn from them and then go again and again and again and again until you're actually right. Every night, instead of asking yourself, did I win this day? Ask yourself this. Did I act like a builder today? Did I fail forward? Did I take the action steps that I needed to win? Ask yourself this. Did you actually move the needle? Did you learn something new that will help project yourself forward? Or did you just stay stagnant? I bet you now you're gonna start realizing how much things you do in your day that do not move the needle, that are simply just distractions. So here's the honest truth. Fear will not go away. Fear will stay with you until you overcome it and learn from it. Start small, start scared, just start. Get over the hump by using these 5 action steps, and I hope you've taken something away from this video, and I hope you actually implement them. Take care, like, comment, subscribe. Love y'all.